go live? I did. Wait. Yeah, I did. Okay. Just checking. Sorry, I couldn't tell for a minute. I was looking at the exact wrong place on the screen to be able to determine whether I'd actually hit the button or not. I did. I just wasn't paying attention. So, sorry about that. Okay. I am just going to tweet this out real quick. Tweet, tweet, tweet. And then I'll be ready to go. Tweet number 1. And, whoa. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I saw something where it made me think for a minute that there was going to be a Blu-ray release of the 90s Flash TV series, which apparently there isn't. But I will indeed retweet that because that would be sensational. I'd love that series, and I would love to see it on Blu-ray. All right. It is much cooler, I'm happy to report. I think last time when I did this, the last stream I did, I believe it was 105, if I remember correctly, degrees, whereas right now, it actually dropped 30 degrees in one day, so that was something in itself. But beyond that, let me see what the temperature is today, because that's what you come here for, right? You come here because you want to see, what's the word for it? Weather reports. I kept wanting to say temperature reports, which is absolutely wrong. Weather reports. I know you come to the stream because you want to hear about Northern California weather. It is 78 sensational degrees. Ah, that's great. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. 73 degrees. Boy, I like that. I like 73 degrees. So much, much cooler. I will still get a drink of water because hydration, no matter what the temperature, is still important. One moment. But yes, from 105 to 75, more or less. That's pretty sweet. In a week, 30 degrees. I don't know how weather works. I don't understand it. I don't care. All I care about is it finally seems to be cooling off, so that's fine. So we're going to do some more of the Hat Hole Alley Rat in this stream. I think the next one I might do a squiggle drawing on either the next stream or the one after. In the next few, I'll be doing another squiggler. And I will probably at some point in the very near future, meaning the next few weeks, be doing a couple of streams or an extra long stream at one point during the day. It just depends, but that is the plan. But right now, yeah, let's do the Hally Hole. The Hally Hole Rat. English. I'll learn it someday. Oh, well, let me wait my customary 5 minutes. I usually give it 5 minutes before I roll the starting thing to let people get online and do the stuff they got to do, if they so choose. Sorry, I was just looking down at something because I thought for a minute there was a spider on my arm, but it wasn't. It was just a really weird shadow. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, so what's news? What shall I talk about? What is interesting to talk about? This is sort of a strange day. Not for any bad reason, and of course I'm going to yawn because for whatever reason, whenever I do these streams, I'm telling you, I don't yawn at this time of the day generally at all, but if I do a stream, for sure I'm going to yawn 3 times. It's just somehow it happens. I don't really know why. Inexplicable. So yeah, weird day. I mean, the weather itself has thrown everything off because I'm just so used to being outside and wanting to get out of the outside as fast as possible. But actually today there was a nice breeze for a while. It was very nice to be outside. Wasn't too bad at all. And I got my... I think I talked on the last couple streams about the magic cards I did. I had gotten 2 of them, 2 of the 3. I got the 3rd one today in a booster pack that I bought. So I now have all of my own cards, which is great because I'm going to frame them. I'm going to put them on a wall. I'm still just completely... I don't even know how to properly frame the mindset. It's still bizarre to me that my stuff's on a magic card, but it is. Another yawn. I don't get it. So let's go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. and get our starting soon, what do they call this? They have a name for this. When you have the open, it's not teaser. I mean, intro is one word for it, but I thought there was another, what is it? I think there's some kind of TV or industry term for when you have that kind of opening crawl there. I mean, not credits, not opening credits, but something like that. Anyway, whatever. Okay, let's jump into it here. So yes, right here we have the alley rat, the hat hole alley rat, as I'm calling it. So I'm trying something a little different. Now, I did something in between the last stream and the last stream where I was working on this and this one. I've changed something. I'll show you what I did here. Because I'm, as you can see in this close-up here, I'm going to use that tapered brush. Oh, that's a very thick brush. Sorry. I was trying to make so these taper marks here are the pen I'm going to try out. Now, originally what I had, because I can show you, is I had black lines like that. I'm really sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning. I really don't understand the yawning thing. It is some kind of almost, what's Pavlovian now thing with the stream where I just have to yawn now at the beginning, even if I don't want to. It's just how it is now. Oh, I forgot to put the black on I do have to put black on that hair. I will do that. So originally I had it like this. Let me show you the difference. Originally it was it this one? Bear with me 1 minute. Yeah, it was originally like this. And then what I decided was, well, it doesn't really look good to me to have these taper lines kind of coming out of this black area. So I figured, okay, you know what? Just convert the black lines into colored lines. So I just basically did this. Same lines, more or less, but now they're matching the color, which I'm hoping, because what I want to try to replicate somewhat is, if you look at the reference image here, see those kind of, these lines here that are running? That's what I want to kind of try to recreate with the taper ones. Not exactly. I'm not going to try to recreate this image exactly. But I want to use the tapered edges as a way to kind of replicate somewhat that kind of flowing wrinkled skin. So that's what we're going to attempt here. We're going to see how it goes. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. So let's get my taper pen, which is here. Should be the same. Wait a minute. Let me check. Yes, I think it's the same length. I don't think I changed that. Oh, it went to eraser. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, let's switch to this color. Oh, I did mean to do the blacks first. I'm sorry. Let me do the black hair first. So we get back to black. Back in black. All right, here we go. Let's just very quickly color this in so that I just have it covered. But yeah, I'm going to try that. I want to try that as a different thing because I really do like that taper pen. So I think that's actually going to look good because at some point I do want to start actually kind of messing around with painting in Procreate because I'm sort of curious how that would work as far as the tablet, you know, with oil type painting or something like that. I just want to see what it's like. But for now, let's stick with what I know I can do. Know I can do. Somewhat think I can do. Shouldn't say no. All right, so let's jump back to our color layer, which I believe is this one here with the taper. Bink, bink. It is. So yeah, so essentially, you know what? I wonder if I should sketch this out. I wonder if I should pencil sketch this out. Let me look at this again. Yeah, why don't I do that? Why don't I go ahead and, just so that I've got it, where's the bub sketch here? Where's the bub sketch? Or is it, it's part of this, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's just part of this. So, where's the bub part? Well, it doesn't really matter. I'll make a new layer in here. It doesn't really matter. Let's just put it above that. Let's grab our pencil. And let's just some guidelines so I kind of have something to follow. There we go. Okay. So we're going to just kind of, you know, I'm not going to make this too specific. See, I'm just being very loose with this, but just so I have a kind of general line thing to follow. That sort of gets, ooh, that's not a good one though. You know, it's just so it's something that looks like it belongs here. Right, we'll have those go in there. I'm not going to bother with the bottom of the nose. I don't think that's really important. We'll just have it come to there and we'll have it stop. The taper can stop there because the taper is going to feed out of this. Right, so we'll feed out of here. And we'll stop about there. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that, but that's okay. Not something I have to worry about right this second. We'll sweep these lines up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reconcile these, obviously. Make it look like I did that on purpose, which I obviously didn't. Ah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Actually, there's ways to do that though. There's ways to sweep that in. Yeah, we'll just do that. See, same difference. It doesn't matter. Sweep, 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 sweep. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with the forehead. But that's a basic. Okay, that's some good guidelines. And that's going to be solid, so I don't have to worry. Okay, perfect. So now, all right, let's jump down. So let's make this a translucent layer. And that way the taper lines will show up. There's my taper. Let's get that color. Let's get that tapered brush. There it is. And we will generally follow our lines. Now, let's just see how we want. I don't want to have them completely join. So I'm going to do that. Okay, that's a little heavy on the penciling. We're going to knock that down. There we go. Oh, I got to turn the other sketches off. What other sketch lines are on? I see other sketch lines. Where are they? There we go. Okay. Oh, VHS sketch. That would be Bub. Jeez. Boy, you'd think I would pick this stuff up. Nope. Do not. Do not pick it up. Not the quickest. I don't like the way the taper's going, though. Hold on. I have to do more of... Let me see. I have to just come the pressure off a little bit faster. I'm just trying for that smooth... Yeah, something like that. Better. Smoother taper than I was getting. But see what I'm saying? I'm not making it too tight. I'm not really worrying about it being exact or anything like that. I'm going to have to put that... Where is that? These are going to have to go underneath. That's what's throwing me off there. Well, it's an okay group. I don't mind that group. Okay. So we'll just do this. Yeah, see, and we're just, again, I don't want to just completely duplicate the actual painting, but I do like the idea of evoking those lines using this. I'm not going to bother with that one. That one won't look right. And in this, I'm going to do it the opposite way because it's coming down. So we're going to do these coming down. Just to give it a little bit of a, a little bit of travel. So it doesn't all look the same. Now, here's the interesting bit. Well, I already did it on that side, so I'm going to do it on this side. So we're going to just use the same pen. I don't mind if the taper doesn't really come through on these. These are really close. That's okay. Actually, it still does come through. It just doesn't come through quite as much. Oh, yeah, that doesn't look bad. I don't mind that. I'm going to do a little bit of improvising on this. Still following my basic lines, but I'm going to try to match what I've got there already. Or should I just get rid of that? You know what? I think I should just, because I didn't know I was going to do this. Those were the inspiration point, but I don't need them anymore. I'll figure it out on the fly. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mute because I have to cough, so let me mute. There we go. Oh, my thing disappeared. Sorry. 1 second. I didn't catch my sneeze last time, so I wanted to make sure that I didn't cough into the mic because that would have been really loud. So bear with me a minute here while I let this come back. All right. Yeah, it spiked at 100%, so I'm not shocked. So it should come back anytime now. So we'll just wait a second so that you can see what I'm doing. There we go. We're back. Okay. Cough and a quick disconnect and we're back. And we'll just keep doing these lines. Yeah, I like that. I mean, it's stylized. I don't like that though. Follow that a little more. Yeah, I can live with that. That's not bad. Yeah. And that's what I mean. Is I'm not looking for it to be exact. It doesn't have to match everything right. But I'm just kind of trying to... interesting. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reverse it here. I'm going to have them coming out this way for that. And we'll just flow those out. Yep, there we go. Just to give it a little bit of a difference in how it's coming out. So it doesn't look... Again, I just don't want it to all look exactly the same. Not for this. There are times where I want to have an actual steady pattern. I don't think this is one of those times. Kind of like the idea of this. You know what? I will do little lines coming down. Why not? That doesn't look bad. Oh, well, helps to follow the actual lines, though. Gotta look at what you're doing there, Joe. All right. You know, that might look good. Might look like crap. If it does, I'll get rid of it. But I actually think that might look all right. That doesn't look bad. That doesn't look bad to me. Hold on, let me turn the... I can turn the sketch off now. I can turn the sketch off in general. Don't need it. I think that looks all right. I kind of like that. It's different. It's something a little bit different than what I usually do, and that's good. That's a plus. So I'll do these flowing lines out. There we go. And we'll do little lines coming out of here, because I think that does actually kind of look nice. So we'll just do little lines. That's all going to get colored in, so that will not look like that in the end. Yeah, that's good. I kind of like that. That's good. So which means I'll put some more lines down here, because now I have, since I have them going both sides, we'll go ahead and we'll do one more there. There we go. That is not bad. I do not mind that. I think that's actually going to look all right. So let me think now, because that's the center point of that. So I didn't look at the chin. What does the chin look like? Let's take a look. Let's get a little bit of, oh, the chin just flows down. Okay. Well, that's easy enough. So the chin one, which I obviously, I don't know what I was thinking here, because what I should have done was this needs to move up. There we are. And I should have done this. So I don't know why I didn't do this before, but that's okay, because I'm doing it right now. All right, let's go ahead and erase those little bits. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I put those. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty of it. So let's go ahead and take this. So the chin just kind of flows upwards. So let's just do it on the fly. Ooh, that's not the taper pen, genius. Let's switch pens. Am I on the right layer? Now I am. So that actually worked out for me. Now I'm going to get rid of those, obviously, that's intersecting the ear. For now, I'm just going to give Bub a nice tapered chin. A Thanos chin, if you're a comic reader, that will be familiar to you as a Thanos type chin, except Thanos doesn't have as many lines, or at least he didn't used to. I don't know what he looks like now. They may have retconned him to have an extraordinarily foldy chin, for all I know, because I haven't read any comics with Thanos in them in a long time. Certainly too long to be any type of authority on his chin structure at the current time. Okay, I screwed that up. I miscounted my lines. Which isn't necessarily a big deal, but, you know, it is kind of, though. It is to me. Okay, let's do a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So, perfect. We just need to erase the parts that are intersecting the rat, which is very simple. Whoop, just a little bit there. And I think that's all I'm going to do for the line. I will do some that'll come off the forehead. Just because I like this pen. So I'm going to kind of just, you know, ooh, not like that, though. I'm going to utilize the pen a little bit. Not a lot. I want to overdo it. The pen should still feel somewhat unique in its usage, in my opinion. And then we'll have some that'll flow off to the forehead like this, like that, like that. Just so that it ties in. I don't want it to look completely like, why is there lines in one place but not another? I don't think the taper works both sides, does it? Let's see. No, it only works the one way. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want to overdo it. I think that's good. Yeah, I like that. So let's go ahead now and let's do our color layer, which I'm going to call, you know what, I'll put a new layer. Let's put 81 over 86. Okay. Let's grab our paint or our ink pen. Let's do this. I may do some tapered eraser lines. I don't know yet. I don't want to go too crazy on... I don't want this to be overly detailed where it overshadows other things. So I haven't decided on that yet. Probably not, though. I do like my solid colors. So I will probably stick with that. But we shall see. I have not committed to anything. And fortunately, because it's all digital and because it's on all different layers. How many layers do I have now? 80? Whatever. I don't really have to commit to anything. I can always go back and destroy things. I know, I should be masking them. I've said this for the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 streams. I'm just not a mask guy. Even though I know it's the smarter way to do it. I'm aware. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to try something here. Where's the tapers? There's the tapers. Let me just see something. I want to see what this looks like. I don't know if I'm actually going to go with this, but I want to see what it looks like. I want to see what happens if I do one coming out of the center here. And really just let it fade off. I don't like that. However, this might look okay. Let's see. Let's try this. Hold on. I don't hate that. All right. Maybe what I'll do is something like this. And something like this. So it sort of ties in. That's, you know what? That I'm okay with. I'm okay with that. That's not bad. This is actually, see, this is where experimentation actually, which normally I'm not much of a, like, do things differently type, but it's not always bad. Sometimes it's fun to experiment with stuff and see how it works. You know what the only problem, though, is? You know, I don't like those two. Let's keep it like that, because I have to color that hair in anyway. So I think that's good like that. Yeah, I think that's going to work out. I think it is. Let me erase those edges there. Don't want that. That I kind of am digging. I am kind of digging that. That's not bad. Yeah, I mean, now my temptation is to use the taper pen for kind of everything. And maybe on Bub I will. Maybe it makes sense on him, because he's a zombie, to use more of the taper pen. We'll see. I don't know yet. I'm thinking that I'm mulling it over, as they would say. I'm mulling it over in my mind, what I want to do there. Mulling. Such a weird word, mulling. I'm mulling it over. I think, doesn't mull mean to make wine or something? Isn't mulling the process of making wine or something like that? I don't know. I am likely completely wrong about that. It's very possible. Is this the black layer? Or not black, but the fill layer, I would say. Yeah, it's fill layer. All right, let's start filling some stuff. Let's get our paint, our big paint. Let's start doing some big paint. Ooh, too big. Too much. That's always the danger when you use a giant paintbrush like this, is that you're going to start, blobbing things. Which you don't want to do. I still want to keep everything kind of distinct, so we'll stop there. This is all going to be solid, though, so I can go ahead and block in a lot of this. Yeah, block that in, block that, block it in, block it in. And then I'm going to be this hair, but that's too big for that. So we'll stay down here, and we'll just block stuff in. Yeah, there we go. I mean, I don't have to do every single thing. I don't mind doing the small detail stuff, but this does save a little bit of time. Why did I do that color like that? I don't know why I did that. It doesn't look right. So here, we're going to do a quick edit of something. Is that the black layer? Let's see, where's that layer? Where is that layer? Oh, it's that one. Okay. I don't know why that's out there like that. This is now going to become black. What is this layer? Hold on a minute. What did I do here? Well, I don't know why I did that like that. But we'll fix that by doing that. And then, we're going to I know what the teeth are, so I don't know why. I at some point obviously was on the wrong layer when I was doing certain things. No problem. Not a problem at all. I do need to fix one other thing, which is these. Make sure they don't dip into the teeth or into those lines. So just checking that there. Fix that. And that's not that. Okay, so we're good there. And that's okay, and that's okay. Everything else looks all right. Okay, back to our fill layer for the blue, or whatever this color would be defined as. I don't know what color you'd call this. This guy, I guess, could be considered a deep teal, maybe, depending on what you're seeing. Color's so weird, isn't it? Because I don't... We have agreements on what color is, but is it even possible to agree what color is? Because we all see things so differently. So I don't know if you can even really have an idea of what color is. What green is to me may not be green to you. Which I think is wild. I think that kind of stuff is interesting to contemplate. Because, like so many things. Because this might just be looking like blue to you. And then that's blue to you. It's correct. If you see it as blue, it's blue. I'm not telling you it's not. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it ain't blue. For you, it's blue. And that's kind of what's neat about color is I don't know. Yeah, it's sort of strange to think of the fact that, I mean, I guess a machine could define consistency of color. Yes. A machine could look at two reds and tell you if they're the same red. But that doesn't mean that you're seeing it as the same red. It's so strange to think about the way that color and sight and all this stuff intersect to create experience and what we understand of something, or don't. It's Looney Tunes, the way the physiology of the body works that way, to inform you on what you are seeing or not seeing. I gotta get rid of that. No, like I said, I don't. Lighter green is. So I was sitting here going, I gotta get rid of that, but I really don't actually have to get rid of that. It can sit there. It's not gonna hurt anything to be underneath like that. It's just gonna be the highlights. And even though they're underneath, it doesn't really actually mean anything in terms of the image will still present them as highlights. So it really doesn't matter what they're... Okay, I'm going to try to pronounce this correct. Hierarchical order is hierarchical? I'm not even going to bother anymore. Why? It just makes me sound stupid, so I'm just going to stop. Sorry, I should say stupider. So... The hierarchy of the layers is not important in terms of what the eye and the mind shall perceive. There we go. See how smart I can sometimes sound when I use the big words? Not really smart. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, because this really started out as more of a kind of just a loose, sketchy thing, but I actually am... kind of liking it because I'm getting to play with the taper pen, which I really do like. I like that pen. Found a great tutorial on how to make that because I'd attempted to make a tapered pen in this app. This app has a lot of customization, which is great. I don't want to make that sound like a negative. The only problem is when there's a lot of customization and you don't typically mess around with those types of settings, it can be a little daunting. That's all. But I'd rather have... I'm pretty sure Adobe sends out surveys periodically. Adobe, the company that makes Photoshop and Illustrator and all that. And I answer their surveys. I like doing their surveys because, I actually... So many surveys that I think I get, I don't really feel like I'm in a position to actually give an informed opinion. So I generally don't take a lot. But the ones that I do, where it's something that's either a product that I use a lot. For example, I take a lot of Logitech surveys because I have a lot of Logitech gear. Right now in front of me, I have 2 mice, a keyboard. I've got a webcam and a webcam light that are up in the closet nearby me. In fact, I think all of the mice in this house currently are all Logitechs because they work. So I tend to stick with the stuff that works. I mean, that's just how I operate with things. You know what? I got to create a line here. There it is. I don't like how that cut, so we'll do that. Go back to our fill. So I'll do surveys for Logitech because I use their products, so I feel like I can actually speak with a little bit of legitimate information on it. I can say, here's what I like and don't like because I've used their products for a long time. And Adobe's the same way. So when Adobe does these surveys... Why did I bring this up? What was I bringing up as far as a survey? Oh, got it. I got it. I managed to actually figure out where my mind had come from so that I can explain it fully. So I do Logitech surveys because I use their hardware. And I also do the Adobe surveys because I use their software. And one of the frequent questions on Adobe surveys is, I'm going to paraphrase the question roughly, but it's something along the lines of, okay, here's two types of products you can have. One that is easy to learn but less complex in terms of feature set, meaning instead of doing 42 things, it does 10 things, and therefore it's easier to learn how to do those 10 things. So do you prefer that? Or would you rather have a program that can do the 42 things, but because it's doing so many things, is going to be more difficult to understand? And I always opt for the latter. I always opt for, I'd rather have more features and have to understand it than less features and make it easier, because I want, it's like with this taper brush. Now, once I found the right tutorial, it was great because I was able to create a brush I really like using. But before I had that tutorial, it was pretty frustrating because I had attempted to make a couple of these things, and I really didn't understand what all the settings were, because some of them, the wording, sometimes is a little bit, I don't want to say incorrect, but it can be a little bit fluid on what one company may use a term for that another one does. So I'd attempted to make a couple of brushes on my own, and it really just ended up being very frustrating because they never quite, that's not black, it never quite came out the way that I wanted it to. So once I found that tutorial, though, where this person went through and explained the settings, that made it possible. I was saying made it capable. That made it possible for me to be able to create the brush I was kind of trying to make. So that's where, yes, it can absolutely be extraordinarily frustrating when you are trying to figure out a product and you can't do it to do the thing you want to accomplish, which in my case was making the brush. But I'd rather have it have the capability than not. So if that capability comes at the cost of simplicity, well, I anyway find that to be a worthy trade-off. Now others can disagree, and probably do. And I understand that viewpoint too. Sometimes you just want to, don't get me wrong, much as I love Adobe products, there have been days where I've sat there and gone, it would be nice if this one thing I'm trying to do would be easy, and I didn't have to try to figure out the 18 levers and buttons to push and settings to adjust just to do this one simple little thing in a small corner of the image. But, that's complexity does have a downside, and that is one of them. The complexity of learning as well as the complexity of the tool. Complexity of learning often accompanies complexity of tool. I don't think that's a real saying. I'm just kind of making it up. But in other words, it's a lot easier to drive an automatic than a stick shift because there's less complexity to it. But there are people who think that a automatic transmission is for silly people like me, because I hate driving a stick. I hate it because I never learned how to do it. And honestly, I don't race cars, so I don't care. I have no use for I've never driven a stick. Always, always, always had automatic transmissions. And I've always been fine with it being that way. Because like I said, I don't do anything that requires the admitted advantages that a manual transmission has. I completely stipulate that there are things that an automatic is better, a stick is better for. Fortunately for me, none of those things apply to me. So I don't really care. And I know somebody will say, well, it'd still be good to know how to learn it in case you ever had to drive one. I've never in my life encountered a scenario, doesn't mean I won't, but so far in my life, I've never encountered a scenario where I ever thought, oh no, I wish I knew how to drive a stick. But the fact that I just said that would seem to almost guarantee that scenario is going to come up at some point. So I guess I just hit myself in the head with a hammer there. Oh well. Would not be the first time. All right, let's see what our colors look like here. I think we're doing all right on this. Kind of digging where it's going. I think it's got the kind of general zombie colors. Let's take, I want to zoom out in a second as soon as I got the colors done, just get a nice wide look at this thing. All right, is that color? Yeah, color's going to bleed in, so we just got to be a little careful here. I really should just put, I don't know why I don't just put the rack colors above this. Why are the rack colors not above the bulb colors? They really should be. Again, in the hierarchy, everything should be above Bub. He's the farthest back thing, so I don't know what I was thinking here. I really don't. Okay, that didn't hurt anything. Yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa, sorry, wrong thing. So let's go down here. And that also lets me just do that, and I don't have to worry about the rat. I don't know where my brain... Don't know where my brain was on that one. You know what? Honestly, I'm kind of liking this. I am digging where this thing is going. The taper, I think, works. It's got that nice cartoony element, so it doesn't seem very realistic, but it does feel like it is related to the actual image. So if we bring that up, I like where that's going. You know what? The only thing I'm going to change is I'm going to black out the under eyes. I think that does need to be black to emphasize the reds. Because I can, yeah, this should be black. Might do some tapering with some line work, some color, but I think this should be black. I think that's going to look better. I may do a taper on the eraser, though. Might see how that looks. Because that'd probably be fun. Yeah, I think the black eyes look better. Or black under eye looks better. Give him some mascara. Bub needs a little bit of makeup. I think that is a better... look for this. Yeah, it is. And then the back of the shirt, well, I guess I'll just use a gray. I can just use a gray. Because, I mean, it's the only place where that color is going to appear. But, you know, it's okay. Let's do that. Let's move that down to under there. Is that within that? Yeah, no, it's not. Put that in the Bub colors, please. Thank you. Oh, good. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and just put that gray right there. Because, I mean, there's a shirt. Okay. We're going to do the yellow sun. Black hole sun. It's not a black hole sun, though. It's going to be a very yellow sun. Or actually, no, wait. The sun's pretty much white. So actually, it's the box needs to be a nice yellow. Let's sample that yellow. Okay. So this is actually going to be the box. Which we could take a giant paint thing, because I can fix that. Let's get this box painted. Let me do something with the taper brush and the sun. Instead of having that black outline. I don't know, maybe I'll do that. Maybe not. I don't know, I like the black outline, though. Again, I'm not trying to necessarily completely replicate what the box is. But it'd be interesting to do something with that. We'll see. We'll decide momentarily. Or maybe not momentarily. What time is it? Oh, yeah. Now we're going to wrap this up shortly. But we got the basic colors in, which is great. So, in the taper brush, I think actually... Ooh, how did I mess that up? How did I screw that up? Hold on. Let's fix that. Yep, that's the line right there. That line is no good. There we go. But yeah, I'm really happy with the fact that the taper brush appears to work out pretty well. Because this is really the first use of it since I made it that I really am using it for something. And I'm really thrilled that it's actually working out. And I realize I went over that edge there, so I'm going to fix that in a minute. But I just want to block in the yellows really quick, and then I'll fix them. There we go. Let's make this background way darker so that I can see that yellow bleed. There it is. Just make sure. I'm sure I did it in other places. Yep. With a big paintbrush, I'm never that clean. I mean, I just know that about myself. Especially because these aren't straight lines. Straight line's a little easier. Not so easy when it's not a straight line. So I'm just going to clean this up very... Ooh. No, we're good. We're good. Man, did I write up there? Better than I thought. Wow. Oh, okay. I was going to say, did I actually get a clean side? No, not so much. It's all right, though. Okay, finish filling in all this. Oh, I accidentally put the gray underneath. Do that. There we go. Wait a minute. Did I do them on the same layer? I'm an idiot. I am really a moron. Okay, I did. That's exactly what I did. Okay, no problem. Let's take this. We'll fill this in real quick. We'll go down here, get the brush, erase that out. There we go. Okay, back to my yellow. Yellow. Paint. That's better. That's more like it. Get that nice bright yellow in there. That's a very bold yellow, that's for sure. But is it yellow? How do I know that the yellow you see... I'm not going to start that again. I was just kidding. I already did my dissertation on that. I'm not going to do it again. Not going to go ahead and do that all over again. I did a 20-minute segment on that already. I'm not going to do another one. Just kidding. So yeah, I think I'll do the kind of light white sun or whatever, like it is, and I'll use those tapers as a way to get rid of that a little bit. You know what? I really don't even need to do this. It's one of these times where it's like, what are you doing? Oh, you know, I guess I could airbrush it. It's not a bad idea. Let's try that. Let's go ahead and we're going to take the same yellow. So this is. I think I've showed this trick before. I'm going to go to the brightness. I'm going to brighten it way up. We're going to make it. Let's do 65%. I kind of like that 65. I'm going to sample that color. Okay, I can leave that. That's not actually a bad thing in this. Let's go. Let's make the last thing we do tonight. So let's get that sun in there. I'm going to turn the yellow off so I can see it clearly. I'm going to grab my pen here. And we're going to make a nice big sun. Yeah, there we go. I'm not worried about that because I'm going to complete the circle down here. Do that. Circle it. There we go. And now what I'm going to also do, I'm going to blur it a bit. Oh, yeah, that's great. That I like. Okay, now... Oh. I didn't realize what I was doing there. Oh, that's a completely different color, though. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, wait. Okay, I've got to figure this out. Hold on now. Okay. Interesting, because it's making it a different thing. Huh. Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, because it's a different strength. Okay. Yeah, here's what we're going to do. I now know what I did wrong. Pressure. That's it. Okay, got it. I wasn't thinking for a minute, but I got it. I'm actually going to go a little bit shallower inside this circle anyway. So that actually, that worked out because it wasn't quite what I wanted it to be. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want that circle to be quite as pronounced. Let's see, can I get that a little bit better? Well, you know what? I'm overthinking this. It's perfectly fine. That's better. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Yep. I'm going to let me turn the bulb colors off for a minute because I do want to make sure I fill this. There we go. Because I want it to blur evenly. So I want to make sure all the color is filled in. Okay, here we go. Okay. Because now I actually have a little bit of more headroom for the blur anyway. So we're going to blur that. Ah, that's nice. Okay. Let's turn our colors back on. There we go. Let's turn our yellow back on. Oh, man, really? How did that happen? Did I miss? I missed something. Hold on. I missed a section, obviously. Wait. Yeah, I did. Okay. That's all right. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it right now. Let's fill... Ooh, too much. Fill it. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see. Hold on. That's when it gets tricky with this stuff. Just gotta... Okay, that looks good. Let's check the yellow. I don't know why that's like that. But you know what? There's a way to fix that, too. See that? Actually, no. Wait a minute. Why is that like that? Why is that like that? Hold on. Turn the yellow back off. Hold on a second. Let me see something. It's the yellow. Okay, it's not that. It's the yellow. Oh, because the yellow is not even. I'm an idiot. Sorry, everybody. I'm sitting here flipping out over nothing. It's because I got the wrong yellow. Here we go. It's because I didn't fill the box in. That's why. That's why you always color everything in. Make it even. That way you've got your colors where they need to be. It's fine. I'm just glad I figured it out because it was going to drive me up a wall. Yeah, that's it. That's all it was. Okay. Well, you know what? That's a good place then, obviously, for me to stop. I'm going to turn that circle off. Because I really don't think I need the black circle anymore. I mean, I'll probably bring it back when I do the other stuff, but I think I'm going to go with that. I think that's looking all right. Ah, sweet. Yeah, that looks good. This is a good spot to stop. I'm actually happy with it. So this is a great spot to stop. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit so you can see it right there. So there we go. We're making progress. Getting there. Getting there. I like the taper lines. Like the way it's looking. I'm happy with this thus far. So when you're happy with something, that's the point where you want to stop. Stop when you're actually pleased with something. So I'm going to break here for this particular stream. And yeah, I think that's where I'm going to stop. So I hope you are having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. And thanks for stopping in to see the stream, whether you're watching it live or later. Doesn't matter to me either way, as long as you're having a good time. And hopefully you have a wonderful rest of whatever it is for you. We'll see you on the next stream. Goodbye, everybody.